Hi, my name is David Dowdy. I own Action Coach Lake Norman, your local business training and business coaching firm. And I am excited to have on the Business Spotlight series today Serhii Dubinevych. He's the founder and owner of Fuel Well. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Serhii. I'm excited to hear your story today and learn a little bit more about how you've gotten to where you've gotten so far. Tell us
Okay.
about Fuel Well.
Okay, nice to meet you, David. My name is Serhii. I'm 42 years old. I'm a founder and CEO of the FuelWell startup. FuelWell is a plug-in device range for internal combustion engines on the secondary market. We reduce fuel consumption up to 20% and reduce harmful emissions like CO2 by up to 15%. Now, approximately five to $10,000, you can reduce fuel cost during the year per one truck. Use our 1 hour device without additional maintenance. We give you 300% ROI, and our technology is applicable for all segments where we use a combustion engine. And from passenger vehicle to rail ship, vessels, and even helicopter engine airplane. We have one pilot project with helicopter engine and
Oh,
have
wow.
the fuel efficiency. Our technology give double effect because we reduce fuel consumption and reduce harmful emissions. And we aim to reduce 100 million ton CO2 when we go to the market and enterprise production our product.
So being in the US, it sounds like a prime uh, opportunity as people are more and more concerned about fuel costs, of course, but
Yes.
also the carbon footprint and the CO2 emissions and all that. So good for you. So listening to you, Serhii, doesn't sound like you're from North Carolina originally.
Yeah.
Uh, where where was home for you, and how long have you been here?
I'm originally from Ukraine, but in Ukraine the war, and we must to go another more safety country like United States. I very appreciate for this possibility, yeah. And our product focusing on beginning for United States market because United States market is very huge market. Transportation system. American people like bigger engine, bigger vehicle, like a pickup trucks, and this vehicle spend a lot of fuel, a lot of emissions, and they need to solve this problem. We can help people solve this problem. Actually, our technology have potential scaling all over the world because
Mm,
combustion engine still work majority industries.
right, right. So a huge opportunity. So you're still relatively early in the game, but you're a serial entrepreneur. You've built a few businesses, and so this one is still in the early growth phase. But even still, if you had to start over again, what might you do differently knowing what you know now, either with this one or the previous business that you had as well?
Interesting question. I think by creation one type device for one type of engine, it's more easier implemented and go to the market, make a certification, and because we have a model line and different type of engines, in one side it more easier show people how our technology works and
Mhm.
applicable for different type of engine. But another side, it's was a lot of money and high cost for development and integrated because every time pilot project, it's a very high cost.
So simplify and start a little more targeted.
Yes, I need to
to-
focus a little shorter. Yes, I launched a three acceleration program and I have a study because how can make more better and faster your product, your technology, and your solution.
So there's a lot of money going out prior
It's
to money.
experience, it's my education, like MBA education, something like that.
That's right. That's right. So that's a big learning right there. Um, what what do you think is the some of the, I guess, learnings that you would have starting over or in the early phases of your business? Is it more market research? Is it more investment in people, learning more yourself, just getting a product out there and proof of concept? Um, what's your recommendation, perhaps, on what to do first in the business?
Uh, I think first at all you need to find a strong team who will believe like you and support your in your way because first it's team, second it's money. Yeah, without money it's without fuel you cannot grow, you cannot fast growth, and you need to believe what to do and how to do, and even you are alone from this way you must to go to your achieve and goals.
Sounds like you have to be pretty well determined to
Yeah,
to see it through, right?
exactly.
Yeah, it's frustrating, I'm sure. So, as an entrepreneur, it sounds like you work a lot. So, how do you maintain, if you do maintain a work and life balance to take care of yourself physically and mentally, emotionally, as well as do the work required for the business in this development phase and growth phase?
So, of course, it's very difficult to keep the balance, especially when your business is beginning or growth stage, and when you need to spend a lot of time and effort for your business. But my family understands all this and support me. Of course, whenever I can possible, I spend time with my family. But you should to think to 24-hour, 7 days per week, think about your like a small child is your project and an additional child.
So do you work 7 days a week, or do you have some time for your family that you maintain some structure, various
Actually,
activities?
I work a lot and more than 40 hour per week and a lot of more. Actually, I try take a time for my daughter, spend just like maybe walk in the park and restaurants, but it's not uh, a lot.
Mm, yeah. It's a challenge for most business owners and entrepreneurs that I'm aware of, because they're so passionate about what they're doing, that project or that business. And
Yes,
not that they're not passionate about their family and loved ones, but
yes.
it's pulling us in two different directions oftentimes. Yeah. Believe
But
it or
our life um, take take our time, and we must to spend they earn money and achieve our goals and another.
yeah. So the growth that you're seeing and the opportunity that you're seeing, what do you attribute that growth to? Did you know people in this industry that you could kind of grab onto and help you out? Was it associations? Or were you starting from nothing and from a marketing standpoint to get this thing going?
Hmm. I think it must be a balance. It's everything what do you want to do, and you have to prepare all condition for your growth. Yeah,
Mm,
because uh, for example, if you want to make a roof, you didn't do that because you need to create a foundation, building the walls, and then you make a roof. And like a business, you need to step by step build and develop your project. Exactly, communication with people, create networking who help you growth and develop.
gotcha. So, Serhii, you mentioned a few minutes ago about the importance of having a good team around you when you're starting this, for your support, and that I think you said buy into the understand what you're trying to build and buy into that vision. So, what are some of the qualities, like as you look at team members or look to add somebody onto your team? How do you go about finding the right people? What do you look for in their characteristics?
Yeah, I try hiring people themselves, but myself, but I think it must to do professional. But if I talk about my team, I think honestly, loyalty, commitment, motivation, I think these are abilities are the qualities that employees should possess because it's very important when we work very close and have one motivation and your abilities and commitment, and you must to show your team how can achieve this result for growth, for motivation, involvement.
So, is most of your team here local in the greater Charlotte area, or are they spread out across the country or the world?
No, my old team located in Ukraine, in Kiev. Now in
Okay.
the United States, I'm alone. But after fundraising, we moved to United States. Our head of team.
That's fantastic. All right.
I
So,
hope so.
yeah. So what's next for you? This be your final business? I think you said you had another business previously, and yeah, will there be more?
Yeah, I'm serial entrepreneur. I have had a few startups. I have actually five startups. Three startup was failed, but two like try develop. And one of this it was I create from charge and on the paper. It's a braiding machine for African braids. I made. Prototype and launch a crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter, but it failed this project. Yeah, it was working prototype. It was very interesting, but it's it was fun. It was my additional MBA education for this project.
There you go. That's great. That's great. So, um, all right. Well, I appreciate you sharing your story. Any other words of wisdom or advice that you might share with a future entrepreneur or business owner that's getting started or might even be have been in business for a little bit but feeling stuck? What words of wisdom or encouragement might you offer?
Oh, I'm sorry, a little bit confused.
Um, Advice,
Ah,
maybe one more piece of advice for a new entrepreneur getting started.
yeah. You try to keep your focus and follow your goals, even if you are alone in your journey. It's very important because in my life, I heard very often uh, your product like a scam magnet cause or snake oil or a scam project. If I get $1 per one word, I became a millionaire. Yeah, but I believe my project. I believe what I do. I know how it do it, and I need one step for growth. United States and two, three step scaling globally.
Very good. Remain focused and follow your goals. Excellent. So, Serhii, how would you recommend if somebody wants to learn more about your company, Fuelwell, or get in touch with you? What's the best way to do that?
Actually, you can visit our website, but now we launch a project on prelaunch.com. It's a platform where we create our community. After that, we launch the crowdfunding company on Kickstarter. It's for B2C customer. And if people interested for truck owners company, like a B2B segment, you can visit our website. And
Okay.
social media, exactly. We have social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and last month we launched TikTok personally.
Oh, very good. Very good. Spreading out. Well, Serhii, I thank you for being on the Business Spotlight interview and sharing your story, and look forward to much success for you and your company at Fuel Well. All right.
Yes, thank you so much, Dad. Thank you so much. I believe we achieve these goals, our goals.
Fantastic.
And thank you for your support and try share your audience for interesting project because it's very important and take attention for audience because it's now a lot of information and other information and very important to be heard from another customer.
That's right. There's so much we can learn from those that have gone before us. We can learn the hard way, or we can learn from people like you that are having those successes. So,
Thank you
very
so
good.
much.
Thank you again.
Appreciate it.